Hi and welcome to today's video. We will go through the books I want to read in 2026. Yes, I know I'm a bit late, but as you might have seen in my December vlog and wrap-up, I had a bit of a delay in some videos I wanted to film and post, so here we are. Let's get started. So as we are already a bit into 2026, we're already in February, I will start with the books I was planning to read this year and that I already read. Then we will go through the books I want to read that I own, and then we'll go through the books I want to read but I don't own them anymore. Also, I have some unfinished series that I would like to continue, and at the end we will go through the authors that I already read a book from, and I want to go through their backlog and read their other work. Let's start. First book is The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue. I already read this actually at the end of January, beginning of February, so I won't go too much into it, but that's my first ever V. Schwab book, and I really liked it and enjoy it. You will have more information on my February reading wrap-up, but yeah, that's the first book I would like to read. I was not at all planning on reading this book actually. I saw it of course on social media, and I thought, yeah, I don't know if the Schwab is for me, I don't know if this book is for me, and then I saw it at the bookstore and I said, well, let's try. So here we are. The second book I would like to read is Red City by LaRue. LaRue, I don't know how you pronounce it. I've heard good things about this book. Do you need to know what this book is about? Because I don't really know what this book is about. I think it's an urban fantasy, I'm not sure. I know there is two main characters who grew up together and now they are in an opposite clan. And I also know that this little kind of, what is it, lion or something, this little thing is from the Persian old religion. And apparently there is reference to that because I went through it, and also there is some signs that's suggesting, wait, here, that old Persian religion. Yeah, I think it will go with religion. So I'm very intrigued. I've got it at the end of last year, and I want to pick it up, and for some reason I keep thinking, no, I will take it later, but I want to read it, but I will take it later. So I guess I will read it soon, I hope. Wait, the other book I had on my list and that I already read, sorry, didn't follow my order. It was Heavenly Bodies. I actually also got Fallen Stars, and well, if you want to see on my review, you have it on my January wrap-up. I enjoyed this one, but I didn't have this one. So if you want more information, just go to my January wrap-up. I don't want to take too much time on those. Then on the next books I would like to read this year, there is Silvercloak by L.K. Stephen. I know she also goes through, she also used another author names. I never read anything from her. I heard good thing about this book. I know there is wand that are used. And well, that's pretty much all I remember right now. I know there is magic, and I think she's infiltrating someone. Yes, she lies her way into the Silvercloak Academy to revenge the death of her parents. So I don't know, I heard good things about it. The edition has a gorgeous colored map here. So yeah, I heard many good things and I really want to get into it, but so far I want to get into it, but somehow I was not in the mood for it. So I guess we will see, but I definitely will read it and I own it, so probably I will go into it soon. Then it's a book that I wanted to read by the end of 2025, but I did not manage to do so. It's Alchemy of Secret by Stephanie Garber. It's her first adult book. I talked about it in the books I want to read by the end of the year. I heard mixed things about it. I heard that it didn't feel adult, but the story was interesting, and apparently I was not the only one thinking it was a standalone, and it's part of a series from what I heard. So yeah, that's like this. I will be caught up all in Stephanie Garber books since I already read her Caraval and Somewhere Behind Me and Once Upon a Broken Heart series. Yeah, I'm waiting because I know her writing style now, so I'm waiting to be in the mood for her writing to pick it up, which will probably happen at some point. Then I would like to start my first Cassandra Clare book, and I'm really scared. I know she has like that big series that came out a while ago, and I'm really scared to dive into that, so I will start with Swordcatcher, which is her newest series apparently, and I think there is 2 books out. I don't know if it's meant to be a trilogy. That's actually all I know. Hopefully normally should receive the physical copy soon, I think, I'm not sure. And I don't really know what this is about. I know I read what it was about, but I don't remember, so I will not go into it. But if you read any Cassandra Clare, if you read the new series or the other one, please let me know what are your thoughts, if I should read it, because there is so many books, it's so intimidating and I don't even know where I would start. The other book I would like to read is The Sword of Kaigen, that I don't recall the author's name, but the picture will be here. I heard also a lot of good things about it. I heard that it was really heartbreaking and talking about war, and you had different generations going through it. So I'm really interested. Apparently it's kind of heavy. It's a standalone, but pretty long. I'm intrigued, but I also know I need to pick it up when I'm okay to go into more emotional and heavy stuff. And yeah, we'll probably need to plan afterwards a lighter read, like for example, I don't know, maybe Stephanie Garber, or switch to another kind and switch out of fantasy, or the Baby Dragon Bakery. Actually, I didn't put it on my list, but I have it here. Yes, I know also it's on the Kindle Unlimited, so I might try to take abonnement again, and because I have few reads that are on Kindle Unlimited apparently. So I don't know, I will see when that happens. And actually the next book series I want to read is Daughter of No World, which is also on Kindle Unlimited. I've been pushing it away. I don't know why, because I did read the extract several months ago and I was, oh, that sounds really good. I just went with another book I had read the extract. And since then I keep pushing it away, and I don't know why, because apparently it will be exactly what I enjoy and what I would like to read. And it's a finished trilogy, which I don't have much of these days, so I don't know why I'm pushing it away. I'm maybe waiting it to be sure I'm craving some finished trilogy that I know I would enjoy. I don't know. But I will definitely read it probably soon. I will most likely that I will read soon almost all that list of books. It's very unlikely. Then there is The Shadow of the Gods by John, I don't remember. I will put the picture. I actually almost started that book, and then I went into a different direction because my brain was exhausted and my brain was also waiting for Dawn of the North, so I didn't want to go into a trilogy knowing that a book was coming out that I really wanted to read and I couldn't wait and pause a trilogy. So I really would like to try this one. It's epic fantasy, it's a male author, and there is dragons, and I think it's a bit heavier and more adult. So I don't know what to expect. I'm in a mood to go into heavier, more classic fantasy. I know it's not a classic fantasy, but closer to that genre. I know also he has another series which is Malice, if I remember right. So I guess I will see after Shadows of the Gods if I will add also to the many, very long list of books I would like to read. The Will of the Many, I would like to try, but I'm not sure if I will like it or not, but I would like to try. I think it's about a scholar into academy. I don't remember if there is trials. I know it's all over social media, especially the second book came out. So I do want to see what it is all about. I'm scared to pick it up. I did saw it in library, and when I picked up, it was written in such a small font that I thought, you know what, no, I don't want to read such a small font. I will pick it up on my Kindle because I will not be able to read that in that format. I want to try it, but I'm scared. The Dagger and the Flame, I think it's meant to be a trilogy. I know 2 books are out. I heard many good things. Kind of the vibe of the Witch Hunter Crimson Moth, apparently, from what I heard. But then there is more world building coming. So it seems like a very fun, nice, interesting read to have. And I don't remember the story. I think it's Enemies to Lover. And it seems really nice and very fun. I don't know, I keep also pushing it away, but I don't know why. Maybe also because now I was in the mood for slower and heavier, so that's not the right time for that book. But definitely as soon... Oh, you know what? That could be a good read after Sword of Kaigen, for example. Yeah, We'll see. Then there is The Dance of Lies that actually I could have put in my anticipated release of 2026 video, because apparently it will be a duology and the second book will come out in August from what I checked. And I really intrigued about this one. I really want to pick it up, and I think I've been pushing it away because I was waiting for the second book. Apparently it's all happening in some courtroom, and I love courtrooms, some ballroom, and there is a lot of scheming and spying and all that kind of stuff. So I'm really excited to read this one. I think I'm waiting August. I'm waiting August. It's also a good month to be reading those court stories, and like this I can just binge with the second one. Maybe I will not like it and then I will not binge it, but I think that's the kind of book I would like. Then we are going to the categories of series I would like to finish, because I started in 2025 and did not finish them. Since I like to binge my series, it's very short. The first one is Shorefall. It's part of the Foundryside trilogy. I read Foundryside in September, and it was a very interesting book. I really enjoyed it. It was quite heavy, and it took a lot of my brain because it used a lot of words of the English language I did not know, but also it made up a lot of words. So I was so happy to be on my Kindle for that. So I could select the word. If it had a definition, then I was, okay, I'm good to go. I learned a new word. And if it had no definition, I was, okay, so that's a word he invented for the story, but I don't recall what it means. So yeah, it was very good read. It just took a lot of my brain energy. The story was very complex. It was very nice. It's a world, a bit industrial world, and it's borderline sci-fi, I feel like. I'm not specialized in sci-fi, but I feel like it's borderline sci-fi. You follow a girl who, oh yeah, she's a thief. Like, to live, she has jobs about stealing stuff for people who have money, and then people are trying to chase her because she stole something that a lot of people want, apparently. And yeah, it just unfolds from there. You have some fun family, and the story was really good. It did end up on a very heavy god creature celestial thing. It doesn't have magic. It more has technologies that are used and special technologies that you can use. And also she has a special ability because she was tested on. That is not normally a spoiler. She was tested on, so she gets special abilities with the objects, and they are creating a lot of objects which are special and can do specific stuff. Then there is all those mystery, and yeah, it's a very complex story, and I read it so long ago I don't remember what is a spoiler or not. So I'm a bit scared to go back into it, because yeah, I'm also talking more about it because in September I didn't have my channel, so I think that's the first time I'm talking so much about it. Just intimidating because the books are thick, they ask a lot of brain, and also the longer I'm postponing it, the more I will forget everything about what happened. But yeah, it ended on the cliffhanger. I want to continue, but I'm scared. I'm scared, like I need my brain to be here, and I know it will take me at least a week, even more, to read, because right now my reading speed is quite slow since my brain has a hard time to focus. Like, if you like everything I've talked about, then I recommend that book. It's very good. I just need a lot of brain power, and that's why I didn't binge it. Then we have another series I started last year, and I didn't binge because I didn't receive right away the next books, and I wanted to finish it by the end of the year, but I didn't get through it. It's The Forgotten Kingdom and The Shadowed Land, which are the books following The Lost Queen by Simon Pike. It's a historical fiction based on the twin sister of Merlin, so if you like Arthurian tales, you will like this. I talk more about it on the 10 books I'm going to read by the end of the year. Yeah, I really need to get into it, but I do have time because the next and last book of this series is coming out in 2027. So, I mean, it's okay if I take my time to be closer to the last book release. That's all for the series I started and didn't binge that already have released, because, well, I binge all the series, and the other series I started, well, there is no next books to read right now. So that's all we got. Then it's the books of authors that I already read something from them this year, and I really would like to get to know more about their work and dive into it. So we start with Ellie Scova. I read Arcana Academy from her. I have a really blog about that. And I read Dragon Curse, which you can have all the info on my January wrap-up. And I am intimidated by her because she has many series, actually. She has many books and many series. So I did not know what to pick up. Got some information and checked into it, and I decided on 2 series that I will not be able to give you much information about it because I read so many of the synopsis of everything. There is the Air Awakens. Apparently it's a series of interconnected standalones where you follow some characters along the way. I don't remember if it's YA, upper YA or adult, to be honest. I think this one is the adult series, and that's all I remember about it. So I will not tell you more right now, but the day I read it, I will tell you more. And then it's A Trial of Sorcerers. I think it's YA or upper YA. And this just got me intrigued by the cover. Let's be honest, the cover got me intrigued, and it has the word trial and sorcerer. So I'm in. I'm just in. I don't have any more info that I remember because I'm not sure even I checked that many info. But yeah, the cover and the title were enough. So that's the 2 Alice Cova series I would like to read this year. And based on how much I read and enjoy them, I will see how it goes for the rest. Especially, I already have the following book of Arcana Academy that I want to read. That is coming out this summer, and already in 2027 there is the second part of Dragon Curse coming out. So we'll see. My reading speed also, and all that. Then we have Rebecca Ross. Rebecca Ross, I read Enchanted River duology, which I liked. I liked the first book more. It was not my favorite read. I think it's just the story is not the story that, it's not the kind of story I like the most. I think that's basically it. The writing was still beautiful. I did find the main character a bit, like, I don't know. He was nothing much to say about it. I did like that we saw a diversity of character and older characters, so it was really nice. The second book had a lot of repetition, which pulled me out a bit, and I think that's it. And after that, before that actually, I read Sisters of Sword and Song, which is a standalone YA, and it's just so good. I read it in June, I still think about it. Often, very often, because the magic, the world building, the character, it was so good. The characters were lovable, even though it's YA, it doesn't feel too YA. It was just so good. So yeah, because I love that standalone. And I did enjoy Enchanted River, and she has so many other books I need to get into. So we have Wild Reverence, her newest release, which is a standalone adult fantasy, and apparently it's connected to Divine Rivals, the duology that I saw everywhere. It seems that you don't need to read Divine Rivals to read the Wild Reverence book. I'm a bit confused on how the duology is YA, but the standalone is adult, and yet they are interconnected. So that's just a bit messy in my head. I am pushing off Divine Rivals because apparently it's during World War II, if I remember right. And I don't like to read about World War II because of personal reasons. Put me off a bit, but I heard good things about it. I did heard that also the second book, people liked it less. So I'm very curious, because she has some standalones, she has some duology. I'm curious to see how it goes. I'm curious to see if I will like it, if I will prefer Wild Reverence, if I will like Divine Rivals, I don't know. And she also has another standalone, which is Dream Lies Beneath. I don't know what it is about. I will not tell you what it's about because I don't remember, but I would like to read it, and especially it's another standalone, and I enjoyed the Sister of Song and Sword so much that I just want to read all her other standalone. And she has also another duology, which is The Queen Rising. And I'm very intrigued. I didn't see anybody talk about The Queen Rising or Dream Lies Beneath, actually. So yeah, I'm excited to see how it is, how it goes. I know those are her older books, so to see how her writing and the storytelling and what she's talking about. And yeah, that's a lot of Rebecca Ross, but it's mainly duologies and standalones, so that's okay. Because Ellie Scova, she has series, but they have at least 3 books per series. I remember right, so that's a bit more. Then we have the Lynette backlog. I loved the Meadowland Chronicles. I love the Prison Healer. The Prison Healer, I'm talking about it on my October wrap-up. The Meadowland Chronicles, I read it in August and it was just so good. And I loved it. If you loved Harry Potter and want some nostalgic vibe, it gives it to you, really. And the story is just so good. They are not too YA, it's not teenage drama, and there is so many things, but it's so well done. I just loved it. So there is a Whispered Duology that I actually already read in January. So you can see everything in my January wrap-up. It's sci-fi and it's YA. It feels more YA, but it was still very fun. So you can see my January wrap-up for more info. And then she has Wandering Wild, which is a YA romance book. Yeah, I'm not at all into romance. I've never read romance book. I never read romance YA book when I was YA myself. But I love her writing so much. I read what it is about. It's about a movie star and a girl who hates movie star who end up going on some kind of hike or something. So that definitely would be a movie I would watch, and I just love Lynette writing, so I thought, you know what, I will just give it a try. And actually I did order the book and should receive it soon because for some reason it was not available on Kindle. So that's for Lynette Noni. Then we have Rachel Greenlow, which I love the Ordeals. I also love the Wood Smokes Woman Spells book that I read in December. The Ordeals, you have everything on my October wrap-up. The Woman Spells book, it's all on my December wrap-up. It was so good, and she has a YA fantasy trilogy. The last book is coming out at the end of February, so actually I'm waiting to be more into February to pick it up and just binge it. It's more maritime, sea themed, and ship and pirate ship and all that. That's not what I'm drawn for. But as you may have noticed, when I like an author, I'm taking the opportunity to read everything else they've written, and if they write in a genre or in a thematic that is not normally the one I like, I give it a shot because maybe I will discover something that I really enjoy. Like Lynette Noni Whispered Duology, I would have never read it normally, but it was her, so I went for it. By the way, it's the Compass and Blade series that Rachel Greenlow wrote. So the last book is coming in February. I didn't see many people talk about it, but there is one person on Instagram who apparently said that she really enjoyed it. Talk with her, she also said that she also liked Rachel Greenlow writing, and she's also not drawn to that theme of ship and sea, and she's still very much enjoying it. So I will definitely try it because I just love Rachel Greenlow, and at this point I think I can read everything she writes. The last two books I have, those are the Schwab reads, so definitely they would not have been on my list by the end of 2025 if I had posted this properly at the right time. But I did read Addie LaRue, and I do love her writing, so now I do want to dive in and read everything else she's written. But like Eliskova, she has so many books. Thankfully, she has a guide on her website and on her Instagram. That's very useful. I would like to start with A Darker Shade of Magic, which also normally I should receive soon, because I'm very intrigued by that quote by the Londons, and apparently the main character is a guy, so that's also intriguing because so far it's mainly girls that are the main characters. So I'm very curious about that. And the other one is Vicious. Vicious, actually, I saw it when I bought Addie LaRue, Invisible Life of Addie LaRue book. But based on the covers, and because I didn't know much, like I was lost about the world, I thought it was interconnected with Darker Shade of Magic. But apparently, it's another series that she's currently writing, interconnected with A Darker Shade of Magic, and Vicious, it's something else. That's the two I would like to read. I don't know what Vicious is about. I didn't even read. I just like the cover, and I know it's based on the info she gave, more villain-centered story, and that's pretty much all I know. So yes, I like to go into my book blind. So that's why I don't give much detail when I haven't read it yet. That's how I will start my V. Schwab journey. I could have added her, I think it's her latest standalone release, something with the word bones inside it. I don't remember. Probably I could have added it to this list also. Here are the 26 books I would like to read in 2026. Will I manage to read all of them, plus all the anticipated release. I honestly don't know. Last year I read 53 books in total with the audiobooks, and I read 51 books from June to December. So this year I didn't want to put too much pressure on myself, and I put that I wanted to read 30 books. So if I read just 30 books, definitely I will not go through all of it, especially some of them are series, and if I like it, I will of course read the series if it's out. I think most of them are out. For now, I put my goal at 30 because I thought, you know what, I have no idea what will happen to me this year, and like how will be life, if I will manage to read as much as I did last year, if I will have a reading slump, if I will read slower, less, or anything. So I didn't want to put pressure on myself saying, okay, I read 50 last year, in 6 months I will put 100 or 50 this year. So I will start with 30. Once I reach 30, I will add up. Actually, that's what I did last year. When I started putting reading goals, I put like, oh, if I reach 20, that's great. I reach 20, well, I will try to reach 30. And I just gradually upped up to keep it realistic and pressure-free and to have something fun. Like, I don't really care if, honestly, some years I didn't read a single book. So as long as this year I read some books, I'm already happy. I think I'm already at 12 finished book this year, and we're just beginning of February, so I'm good. I'm happy. That's already more than I read the years before. I don't know if I read all of them, and I might change my mind in some, see some reviews or some things, but I think here I put the list on the one I have the most in my mind for many months, and that I really want to get into. Let me know, what are the books you want to read in 2026? Did you read any of the books that are on my list? Do you have any recommendation, comments, or anything? I'm happy to listen. And on that note, I think I will leave it to here and wish you a wonderful day.